Another kind of reaction is hydrogen halides. This also proceeds by electrophilic addition reaction. In this reaction, alkenes react with hydrogen halide C double bond C, let us say one alkene reacts with X. So the pi bond in the presence of electrophile H positive, it undergoes electrophilic addition reaction and the pi bond is broken and two new sigma bonds are formed. Two new sigma bonds are formed, CH and CX. So this particular kind of reaction is proceeded by the electrophilic addition reaction. And the reactivity of hydrogen halide towards this electrophilic addition reaction, it depends upon the bond dissociation energy. The bond dissociation energy of Hi is 300 kilojoule per mole and the energy of HBr is 360 kilojoule per mole and the bond dissociation energy of HCl is 430 kilojoule mole inverse. Hence we can see the bond dissociation energy is very least in case of Hi. The order of reactivity of all these hydrogen halide is Hi greater than HBr greater than HCl. Why? Because lesser the bond dissociation energy, more is the reactivity. Because the bonds could be broken easily and the reactivity of that hydrogen halide would be maximum. In this case, a lot of energy would be required, and in this case, less energy would be required to carry out the reaction, hence the reactivity is maximum. And the product formed as a result of electrophilic addition reaction depends upon the type of the alkene. There are two types of alkenes. One type of alkene is symmetrical and another type is unsymmetrical. Means the alkenes which are undergoing electrophilic addition reaction, this reaction may be symmetrical or unsymmetrical, and depending upon the type of this alkene, the product is decided. So let us divide this reaction into two sets. Addition of HX to symmetrical alkenes. On one category we will study about addition of HX to symmetrical alkene, and on the other set we will study about the addition of HX to unsymmetrical alkene. So the type of the product would be decided on the basis of the type of alkenes, whether alkene is symmetrical or unsymmetrical. And if the alkene is symmetrical, then theoretically only one product is possible. Let us see one example. CH2 double bond CH2, this is a symmetrical alkene, and hydrogen bromide I have taken. On addition, this pi bond, it attracts so the proton can go to either of the carbon because it is a symmetrical alkene. Hence the product could be, let us say this proton goes with this carbon, so it will become CH3, and the negative ion would go with this carbon, so it will become CH2Br. This carbon will become CH2Br. So theoretically only one product is possible. There is no another second choice. Let us consider one more example. Example that of 2-butene, butene, CH3, CH double bond, CH3 plus HBr. Now, a proton can go either to this carbon or it can go along with this carbon. It can go to any of these two carbon because it is a symmetrical alkene. It will not make any kind of difference. So, the product would be CH3. If it goes, let us say, with this carbon, it will become CH2 and this carbon would become CHBr. So, what is the product? CH2, CHBr and CH3. This is the product. 2-bromobutane. This is the product. There is no other product formed. Only one product is formed in this case when alkene undergoes electrophilic addition reaction with hydrogen halide. Means symmetrical alkene. And in this reaction, when hydrogen halide reacts with the unsymmetrical alkene, then there could be two conditions. One condition could be in the absence of peroxide and the other condition in the presence of peroxide. Okay, so there are two conditions possible. Two conditions are possible. Two conditions are possible. So the two conditions are clear. One condition is the absence of peroxide. Absence of peroxide. Or in dark. Two conditions are there. The absence of peroxide or in dark. If the reaction takes place in the dark or if the reaction takes place in absence of peroxide. Another condition which is possible, which could be possible, is presence of peroxide. Presence of peroxide. Presence of peroxide. If the reaction takes place in the presence of peroxide, then we call it peroxide effect or Kharash effect or anti-Markovnikov effect. Let us write and I will explain you. If the reaction takes place in the presence of peroxide, then this kind of effect, this kind of reaction or this kind of condition is called as peroxide effect. Peroxide effect or Kharash effect or anti-Markovnikov's effect. Anti-Markovnikov's effect. All these sorts of electrophilic addition reactions were studied by a Russian scientist whose name was Markovnikov. And based on the study of all sorts of addition reactions, he came to a conclusion. And based on this conclusion, he has formulated a law. This law is known as Markovnikov's rule. Markovnikov's rule. Markovnikov's rule states that whenever alkenes undergo electrophilic addition reaction with hydrogen halides, then we have to see whether the alkene is symmetrical or unsymmetrical. If it is symmetrical, then we need not to bother about the Markovnikov rule. But when an alkene is unsymmetrical, then we have to use this Markovnikov rule. According to Markovnikov rule, negative part of the hydrogen halide will go to that carbon which has got lesser number of hydrogen. And this Markovnikov rule is applied when the peroxide is absent. Whenever there is an absence of peroxide, then we have to apply Markovnikov rule. So I am writing the summary of Markovnikov rule, where we have to follow when the peroxide is absent or in dark, and in the absence of peroxide we have to use anti-Markovnikov rule. Anti-Markovnikov means opposite to that of Markovnikov rule. So I am writing the summary here. We have to follow anti-Markovnikov's rule. Anti-Markovnikov's rule. Okay, we have to follow anti-Markovnikov rule whenever there is peroxide is present in the unsymmetrical alkene. So you have to use the anti-Markovnikov rule whenever the hydrogen halide reacts with unsymmetrical alkene in the presence of peroxide. Hydrogen halide reacts with the unsymmetrical alkene in the presence of peroxide. So I am writing the Markovnikov rule once again. So I am writing the Markovnikov rule. It states that the negative part of the addendum, it is called as addendum, the adding molecule is called as addendum. Addendum means adding molecule. Adding molecule. It may be HX like this one, or it may be water, or it may be HOX. I am talking about the unsymmetrical alkene. Addition of hydrogen halide to unsymmetrical alkene in the absence of peroxide. Here we apply the Markovnikov rule. So let us justify this rule. Okay. I am taking a unsymmetrical alkene, CH3 CH double bond CH2. Very simple example. And HX is added, HBr let us say. Okay, this is unsymmetrical alkene and in the absence of peroxide, in dark, either in dark or in the absence of peroxide. Now in this condition, here the peroxide is absent, okay, and the alkene is unsymmetrical. Peroxide is absent and alkene is unsymmetrical. Then we have to use Markovnikov rule. Now the Markovnikov rule says that the negative part of the adding molecule will go to that carbon which has got less number of hydrogen. Which has got less number of hydrogen? This carbon. So it will go to this carbon. So this negative part will go with this carbon. So we will write the product CH3CH attached to Br, single bond CH3. This part will go with this carbon. Okay. So this is the final product. And now let us consider one more example. CH3 CH3 This is an alkene. Now it reacts with HBr. See the condition, this is an unsymmetrical alkene, and this HX is added to unsymmetrical alkene, and this reaction takes place in dark. We have to see the condition, reaction is taking in the dark. Okay, now we have to follow Markovnikov rule under this condition. So we will follow Markovnikov rule. Just as in the previous case, we have to follow Markovnikov rule. So what is Markovnikov rule? The negative part of the addendum will go towards that carbon of the two double bonded carbon which has got lesser number of hydrogen. You can see this carbon has got less number of hydrogen. So this Br will go to this carbon and H will go with this carbon. So the final product would be Br will go with this carbon and H will go with this carbon. CH3 will be formed. This will become CH3. This is 2-bromopropane and this is 2-bromo-2-methyl propane. 2-bromo 2-methyl propane. This is the product. Now let us consider this condition. We have to take unsymmetrical alkene, we have to take HX in the presence of peroxide. Now let us consider the same type of alkene. And let us say it carries out in the presence of peroxide. Peroxide, let us say, is written here. So this condition we have to follow anti-Markovnikov rule. We have to follow a rule opposite to that of a Markovnikov rule. So we have to add the negative part to that carbon which has got more number of hydrogen in this condition. So this Br will go with this carbon. What will be the product? CH3CH2. This will become CH2 and this will CH2Br. This is 1-bromopropane. 1-bromopropane will be formed. See the difference of product. Just because of the difference of condition, the product formed will also be different.